after that, or while this was happening, you can see it here, Demorex promotion girls were handing out Demorex to them, right? So while they listened to the play, they got the pills, which was very weird for them in the first time, but through all the ambiguities and dissonances within the whole Demorex project, most of the people who got the package went to the Demorex website, where they spent time to investigate and often they order it because apparently they agreed, right? So yeah, this was like this non-linear story, how the story of Max Weber and the pills were came together, and this was basically my project. And now Nick Hausdorff from H+corp will tell you his story about his perception of the project, because it might be quite a little bit different than mine. Yeah, thank you very much.
H+corp, and what we did was actually refinance Alex's project, which means that, well, we got a chance for ourselves to present ourselves and talk a little bit to you about H+corp, and what we do. As you all know, perhaps, corporate sponsorship is becoming more and more important at universities. And of course, this is part of the financial crisis. This is part of the debt crisis of the state, of public institutions, and which perhaps even you yourself experienced by getting into debt. Well, okay, of course, we have to say that perhaps this is not the worst thing for us as a corporation, because what we basically get is to like chip in some ideas or get a bit of we can inspire you. We can give you some inspiration, and for this, for example, Alex made this project, and we thought, great, it's a great thing what he does, and we can help with it, and we can give him some ideas. And so it's completely okay for us what Alex does, even if this project is a bit, let's say, quote unquote critical, or at least it's a bit ironic. But then again, most people will not even get that this is ironic, so it doesn't really matter to us, and for us it's a great project. And for example, we also think that spiritual change is the way forward. And we do like people taking responsibility. This is what this is all about. It's great. So again, it does not really matter to us what Alex says, as long as we have some beneficial situation for us as well. I mean, of course, we pay for him, so what do you expect? I think what's great about this Demorex project is the idea of getting some, well, precision into designing thought processes. This is really what interests us as well. Today, everybody talks about neuroscience. I think the last performance said the same thing. Human nature. Today we call it neuroscience. We want to get the micropolitics of this. We want to get into it. It's one of the sanctums. And I guess I remember that Deleuze once said that business is like a gas. Business is gas. It expands onto all spheres of life. And we at H+corp, we also think maybe if business is a gas, maybe design is a gas as well. Maybe design expands onto all spheres of life. Maybe all the things today have to cry, like you have to want me. This is what the things cry, this is what the ideas cry. Today, you have to design everything. You have to design politics, political ideas. Nobody's going to be interested in political ideas if they're not true. Same goes for business ideas, economic theories. They all have to be designed, and this is what we're interested in. And everything has to be cool in order for people to engage with it. And in recent years, we have understood that, well, basically, we want to be a part of this. And from the early 20th century, people have understood that, like political power is about sales. You have to sell things. It's very interesting. Maybe you watch a documentary, Adam Curtis, I can recommend this, Century of the Self, perfect. And perhaps modern geopolitics is about that as well. I mean, if you, for example, we talk about the Soviet Union, if you think of the Soviet Union, maybe they just failed to sell their product to the world, right? Communism, I mean, think of it. If I think of the Soviet Union, I think of a great tractor or something, you know, like an old factory degrading the environment. It's, you know, it's not cool. Is that cool? If I think of Iran today, I think of nuclear bombs. I think of headscarves. You know, like, who wants that? Is that cool? If I think of the Occupy movement, what do I think of? Really, what do you guys think of? Like smelly feet and tents? I mean, do you want that? It's not cool. It's not cool. So we want to be cool, you know. We want to be with you. This is why we, you know, this is why we finance Alex. You know, we like it. You know, we want to be, you know, we want you to desire our system. And of course, this is about, you know, this is what this is about. It's about system, and it's about, of course, if we talk about system, we also have to talk about the individual. You know, maybe if we want to be system, you guys are the individual, all for yourselves. You know, and of course, this is all about control as well. So let's actually think. You know, if we have the system, you know, talking to the individual, what would they say if they were, so to say, you know, personified? You know, we like personification. You know, Alex did it as well. So we thought about, you know, if there was the system, what would the system say? The system would say, if I was a system, because, you know, who knows if the system's really a system? It's not there, you know, you can't really see it anywhere. If I was a system and I wanted to control you, what would I need to know about you? What would I need to know about you? What is the individual answer? The individual never answers. He says, I don't know. I don't know. The individual doesn't know anything. So the system says, I will know everything about your desires and your fears. And this is what the system says. I don't know, is that true? Yeah. So the individual asks, who are you? You know? Because the individual never knows. You know? The system, of course, ignores the question, says, and how would I know everything about your desires and your fears? How would I know that? The individual says, I don't know. Because the individual never knows anything, right? I mean, you know that. But you know something. You can answer. It's not a television. So the system says, I would know them, you know, your desires and your fears, because I would have created them in the first place. So, of course, this is what this is all about. I mean, this is what this is all about. So, if we think about it, if we aspire to be in the system, you know, and we do aspire to be in the system, then we need to get hold of the images. We do that with Alex. We're going to make Alex feel comfortable and give him some freedom to do what he wants. Is that right, Alex? Yeah. You give him some freedom? Yeah. You're going to make Alex feel comfortable, yeah, and then, you know, deep down inside, he knows that he's not going to be too rough with us, right? Because in the end, you know, we'll pay for it. You know, he knows where to go. We know where he's going to go. He's not going to be too rough with us. You know, if he messes up, life will be just a little bit more difficult for him. Because we'll do all it takes for him. You know, we give him some money. We'll feed him the right information so he can feel comfortable about his world, you know. We'll give all that to him. You know, we'll pay him some, you know, like, he can go out. And of course, Alex is free to do whatever he wants. But then again, you know, is Alex really going to do this? Is Alex really going to do what he wants? Of course not. Of course not. You know, he messes up, you know, he can't take his girlfriend out for dinner. Huh? It's not nice, you know. He wants to take his girlfriend out for dinner, you know. He wants to, at some point, he doesn't want to be 35 and live in a single room in London. London's expensive, you know, so we pay for it, we help him. And someone has to pay for it. And the same goes for you guys, of course. You know, this is why I'm talking to you. You know, so if you need help, we can help you. And I think